looking around the YouTubes. I saw M13's recent video about how to pick up chicks and like stuff that works and stuff that doesn't work. And I figured I would make a video response. I'm probably not like the best ambassador to my gender, but you know, I could tell you some observations, things that I noticed didn't work, and some things that did. Like he mentioned, you know, dressing up versus not dressing up, going to the club and that sort of thing. And I'll tell you, as a person with boobs and a vagina, that we can tell whenever you're wearing something that's not normally what you'd wear and you're uncomfortable. We can tell, we know, we see it, and we tend to stay away from that because the guy it seems like he's putting on airs, you know. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, presenting your best self, you know, when you're meeting somebody. But at the same time, you also have to not make the self that you're presenting be so different from who you actually are. And that's part of what ruins relationships. As I've noticed, like, and for what it's worth, I think that meeting in bars, clubs, is probably like the worst possible place to meet somebody. You meet somebody and you're putting on this completely different picture of yourself, and you might get a couple of chicks that'll buy into it, but often, like, after you're done doing the deed, all of your illusions fall off, and you're back to being the person that you were before you went to go pick up chicks. And that really, like, we can tell, and we don't like that. It's like if somebody is so different from the person that they projected earlier that evening, or, you know, a few days prior or whatever, or, you know, during the mating dance, you know, basically you just lied to this person to get in their pants. And if that's what you're up to, if that's what you're into and that's all you're interested in, then keep on it. But if one day you want this woman to make you a sandwich, then you're gonna have to make your projected self be a little closer to your actual self. And I think, in my experience, that's probably the worst part. Of course, I hate the whole mating dance thing, you know. I don't, the whining and the treating like a princess and all this other sort of crap, because you know that the person that's courting you is not normally like that. They're just doing that to either build a relationship or to get in your pants, or both. And it's disingenuous. You know, what I found, the best way to meet people, the best way to meet potential mates, I guess, is to be a person. You know how when you're out with your guy friends and you do things that guy friends do, you chill out, you talk about stuff, you have similar interests. Well, women, we're not aliens, and we also don't bite. That's, you know, it's the same thing. A lot of guys seem to think that women have some sort of, like, they're like some sort of different species altogether, and they have to be treated to a certain formula, like the whole pickup artist crap. And it's crap, basically, is what it is. I mean, if you have to change yourself up so much just to attract one person you think you like, then maybe you should consider changing crowds. And that's another thing. If you're in a crowd of people and you're uncomfortable, but you're interested in, like, oh, a good example, a horse is rolling in the dirt. A good example is somebody that my husband works with. He's dresses like emo hipster kid, right? And he's really into alternate chicks. He has he's good looking too. He has no problem picking up these chicks. But his expectations are so diametrically opposed to the group that he is trying to woo that, you know, once they get past the dating phase of it, and she's like, okay, well, Now it's time to get on to business. You know, he's like deeply religious and, you know, all that sort of stuff. And the chicks are like, man, you messed up, and they leave him every time. And then he complains, oh my God, this chick left me. I can't believe it. They just don't understand me, and yada yada yada. Well, it's entirely possible that the particular people you're going for do not have the same sort of belief system that you do, and that's messing them up. I found that if you're getting into even a friendship, not even with the opposite sex, just to be friends with somebody, you have to have a complementary set of neuroses. You can't just be like, I mean, if you don't have compatible mental disabilities, then you're gonna have a hard time getting along with people because you can't see eye to eye on things. So you find a group of people that have the same sort of messed up view on the world that you do, and then you find somebody in that group that you share things in common with. And then you have a solid foundation to start, you know, a really good friendship or a relationship or whatever. And that's what I found has been like the one thing that really helps. If you're going to a bar or a club or something and you want to meet somebody that you potentially want to have a relationship with in the future, more than a night or 2 nights, then treat them like a person. Treat them the way you want to be treated. That goes for everybody. I mean, not just picking up chicks, you know, chicks picking up dudes. It's the same thing. You know, don't go in there acting like you're something you're not. So if you're into high maintenance chicks, you better be sure that you're a high maintenance person yourself. Otherwise, that's going to be really difficult for you later on. But you know, if you're just in it for the lay, I don't know, find somebody stupid and show them something shiny. Maybe that'll work.